Did you know you don't have to spend hours looking for a remote job? Not when you have someone doing the heavy lifting for you, finding the jobs and checking for legitimacy. All you have to do is listen up for a few minutes as we scan through these job leads. To give you an idea, we have a job where you can use your cell phone, a no experience training included job that starts March 25th, a whole bunch of beginner-friendly opportunities, a payment posting job, and some upper entry-level better paying roles. So we're going to start off with a job that doesn't require related work experience because you need to get your application in right away for this one. So Mutual of Omaha has an opening for a customer care analyst. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, but you need to get your application in by February 13th, 2026. And scrolling down this job description, they tell us the start date is March 25th and virtual training begins March 30th. So they are going to train you in this position. That training will be Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Central Time Zone hours. And you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. And the length of training may vary based on business needs and learning progression. And then after training, you'll work sometime within the hours of 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Again, you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. So this is your typical customer service kind of position where you'll provide clarity and care when customers need it most. So this is a fast-paced position where you'll take back-to-back calls, and what they want from you is strong communication skills. You're a problem solver, you're accountable and reliable, and you're tech savvy. You're comfortable navigating multiple systems, troubleshooting online portal issues, and guiding customers step-by-step over the phone. And they have a few preferred qualifications, and they're just preferred, they're not required. Read through these preferences. If you meet any of them, make sure to include them on your resume. A couple of these preferences include experience in a customer service or contact center environment and exposure to the insurance or healthcare industry. And again, these are just preferred, they're not required. And I'm going to scroll up a little bit because right here they tell us they'll pay you $21 per hour plus an annual bonus opportunity. So now let's talk about the remote job where you can use your cell phone. This one comes to us from Prudential Financial. This job is for an associate disability claims examiner. It's full-time remote, and you can do this job anywhere within the United States. And this job was posted 7 days ago. It's still on their careers page, so we can only assume it's still available. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit because one of the requirements is you have the capability to handle calls with a cell phone. You'll need to have unlimited data and minutes or a landline. But don't worry, your personal phone number will not be identified to customers. So that's really cool. They're letting you use a cell phone for this position. So in this job, you'll be responsible for administering the Family Medical Leave Act along with unpaid state leave policies and manage a block of claims. You'll be accountable for ensuring optimal claims handling and timely, accurate decisions. So yep, your typical claims processing job. They desire you have about 1 year short-term disability, absence, or paid leave claim management or related health claim field experience, and that's just desired, it's not required. You have claim or risk management skills and technical knowledge in contract interpretation and administration. You're comfortable using computers. You're also familiar with Microsoft Office applications, and you have your typical soft skills. And when it comes to the salary, I'm just scrolling around to see if they tell us how much they pay, and I don't see it anywhere on this job description. But based on my experience looking at similar roles, I have a feeling this job could pay anywhere from $16 to $18, maybe up to $19 per hour, but I can't guarantee that. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Muckrack is looking for a communications coordinator to work full-time remotely anywhere within the United States. And in this role, you'll help keep the company's programs and processes running smoothly by managing tools and workflows, researching trends in PR, journalism, and tech, and supporting events and helping launch new marketing campaigns. And they tell us this role is ideal for someone who wants to build a strong foundation in marketing and communications, and you enjoy problem solving and you're eager to learn. They'd like you to have at least 1 year professional or intern experience in marketing or public relations. You're also tech savvy with experience using Google Suite, Slack, Asana, Guru, and a CRM, and you're able to learn new tools quickly. You have experience using PR software, and you're familiar with social media platforms. And scrolling down this job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $29 to $32 per hour. Okay, so Paylocity has a pretty good entry-level position. They have an opening for an implementation analyst level 1. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, no location restrictions. But I do want to mention this. They tell us the work arrangement for this role is subject to change based on business needs and individual performance. This may include adjustments to on-site requirements or schedule expectations as necessary. But don't let that deter you from applying for this job. If this one interests you, definitely go for it. So what you're going to do in this entry-level position is be responsible for exchanging data between the company's payroll, HR, and time and labor products with external partners used by clients to provide other related services such as 401k, benefits, banking, and human capital management systems. So that pretty much sums up what you're going to do on a regular basis. They have more details. If interested, read through the details. And what they want from you is, well, first, they prefer you have a bachelor's degree. That's just preferred. It's not required. They want you to have prior experience in a customer-facing role, and you can demonstrate prior ability or an ability and willingness to learn SQL. And as I scroll down towards the bottom of this job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $44,800 up to $83,200 per year. FoodSmart has an opening for a member support representative. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, no location restrictions, and this is your typical customer support kind of position where you'll assist members with registration, scheduling, rescheduling, and canceling appointments. You have experience working in a support role either in person or on live calls. You're a good communicator. They'd like you to have experience working with sensitive and protected information. You need a reliable high-speed internet connection and a completely private, secure, and quiet workspace. So you need to have some flexibility with your schedule. You'll work between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific time zone hours, including weekends. You don't have to live in the Pacific time zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. And they tell us on this job description they'll pay you $22.60 per hour, plus they'll give you an $8,000 bonus plus benefits. Another beginner-friendly entry-level position is with Sports Recruits. This job is for a customer success specialist. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And what you do is serve as the first point of contact for phone, email, and live chat inquiries in order to help customers achieve their goals on the Sports Recruits platform. So yep, you'll do customer service in this position. You need 1 to 2 years customer success or customer support experience. You're proficient using Microsoft Excel. It's a plus you're familiar with Zendesk, Salesforce, and Gainsight. It's also a plus you have experience in the college athletic and recruiting process. And then, of course, you need your typical soft skills. And as far as the salary, scrolling down this job description, you'll make anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000 per year. So here's a cash posting position. This one is with One Oncology. This job is for a cash application specialist. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. This job was just posted yesterday. And you'll be responsible for the daily preparation and posting of receipts, balancing payments, and running daily reports. And what they want from you is alphanumeric data entry experience. You can efficiently and effectively work in a production environment. You're comfortable using computers and Microsoft Office applications. You have knowledge of medical billing, HCPCS, CPT, and ICD codes, as well as scanning experience and your typical soft skills. You need a high school diploma or equivalent and 1 to 2 years experience in a directly related role, as well as cash posting experience in a medical setting. Now, they're not telling us how much they'll pay for this position, but based on my experience looking at similar roles, I think this job will pay anywhere from $16 to $18, maybe up to $20 per hour, but you'll have to work out your salary with them. Okay, if you have a pharmacy tech license, here's a good opportunity for you. Teladoc Health has an opening for a prescription fulfillment coordinator. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and it was posted 10 days ago. It's still on their careers page, so I'm assuming it's still available. In this job, you'll process prescription orders by Teladoc providers, either via telephone or electronically. You'll support Teladoc providers as directed by established policies and guidelines, and provide member support by phone or electronic messages. So that sums up what you're going to do on a regular basis. They have more details. If interested, read through the details. You need a high school diploma, as well as an active pharmacy tech certification, medical assistant certification, or licensed practical vocational nurse license. And they want you to have at least 2 years experience as a pharmacy tech, medical assistant, or LPN, LVN. They also want you to have at least 1 year experience in a call center environment, and it's a plus you're bilingual in English and Spanish. And they tell us on this job description they'll pay you between $20 and $22 per hour. Okay, so now let's talk about the upper entry-level positions, and these positions tend to pay a little bit more. So Paylocity has an opening for a reporting support supervisor. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and just like the other position I shared with Paylocity, the work arrangement for this role is subject to change based on business needs and individual performance, and that includes adjustments to on-site requirements or schedule expectations. So in this job, you'll be responsible for the overall management of the operations for your designated team. This includes providing leadership, coaching, training, and mentoring to your team, ensuring all critical aspects of departmental issues are met and resolved appropriately. You'll also meet with and provide coaching and feedback to your employees around areas of improvement and identify areas of success. So yeah, you're going to be leading and mentoring your team of HR-related personnel. They prefer you have a bachelor's degree, but if you don't have a bachelor's degree, they'll take you if you have equivalent work experience in a related field. You need at least 2 years experience in a lead or mentor position, and you have at least 3 years experience in payroll and the HR industry. And they strongly prefer you have experience with Paylocity's payroll product. And scrolling down to the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $63,600 up to $90,800 per year. Datavant is looking for a sourcing associate to work full-time remotely anywhere within the United States to support Datavant's strategic sourcing and vendor management activities across key spend categories, including but not limited to technology, professional services, and contract labor. This role will contribute to the execution of sourcing initiatives, supplier management activities, and data-driven insights that support Datavant's cost, risk, and performance objectives. And they tell us the ideal candidate is detail-oriented, analytical, and eager to grow with a strategic sourcing organization in a fast-paced, high-growth, and data-driven environment. And they list more details. If interested, read through the details. They'd like you to have 2 to 4 years experience in procurement, sourcing, or vendor management, ideally within a technology or high-growth organization. And they'd also like you to have a bachelor's degree in business, procurement, finance, or a related field. You need to be comfortable with procurement technologies. You have strong Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint skills, as well as experience with spend analytics tools. And they list some bonus points. If you meet any of these bonus points, include them on your resume. And I'm just going to scroll around to see if they tell, yep, right here they tell us they'll pay you between $77,000 and $90,000 per year. So that brings us to our last remote job, another opportunity with the company FoodSmart. This one is for a credentialing and enrollment coordinator. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States, no location restrictions. And what you do is support the healthcare provider compliance process by assisting with credential verification, enrollment procedures, and record maintenance for medical staff members. This role requires experience in healthcare enrollment, exceptional communication skills, and a deep understanding of Medicaid and Medicare provider enrollment requirements and processes. They prefer you have an associate's degree in healthcare administration, business, or a related field, and you have at least 2 years experience in healthcare administration or a related field, and you have basic knowledge of Medicaid and Medicare credentialing and enrollment requirements. And the salary for this job, according to the job description, is anywhere from $60,000 to $69,305 per year. So we just went over a nice variety of remote jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you. And if you're looking for more opportunities, you can find some in this video right here. Have a great day, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.